starting this vlog on this is Monday. It's a bank holiday here, so sorry I'm in my pajamas. I just woke up and decided that I'd rather start my first reading vlog, and I'm currently listening to Monday's Not Coming and reading the ebook for Modern Most Unladylike, my first Believathon. I didn't start reading today for Believathon. I started yesterday, but I couldn't start the vlog before now. And I already have a lot of things to say about Modern Most Unladylike. I don't like it. I think it's going to be 1.5 stars, but I'll let you know why later on. For now, I can tell you the written style is like for smaller children. I don't believe it's a middle grade. I think the writing style would be like 7 years old. But there are many other things. I don't know, maybe I'm prejudging it and I'm mistaken, so I'd rather wait until I moved forward with that one. I'll also attempt to finish The Hand of the Baskervilles for Sherlockathon and discuss it on the Discord. So I'll talk to you later. Bye. So hi, it's later on Monday. It's 4:43 p.m. and I'm about to go and reading. I read a lot actually from Monday's Not Coming. I'm just 3 hours and a half, more or less, away from finishing. And right now I'm on a reading sprint for Sherlockathon. I'm running it on Discord, and I'm reading The Hound of the Baskervilles. I started 2 days ago and I haven't been able to finish because of university. So I reckon I'll see you later. Hi everyone, it is Tuesday, wow, 1:45 a.m. and I just wanted to say that I finished The Hand of the Baskervilles that I had started on the weekend for Sherlockathon. So yay, another book done. I don't even remember if I told you that I had finished another one. I finished Monday's Not Coming, and I highly recommend that book. I'll talk about it in the wrap up of the blog, but I really fell in love with that. There are trigger warnings though, but we'll talk about it later. And I started listening to Brightstorm by Vashti Hardy for Believathon, and I'm planning to continue reading Modern Mouse and Ladylike, that I'm not liking it so far, but I still don't want to judge too soon. I'm just 65 pages in, but I found many issues in it. Eurocentrism, what else? Also, classism. There are so many issues. I don't even know where to start. I also moved forward in The Shadow of the Wind. This is La Sombra del Viento. And I'm 406 pages in. So I've read quite a lot. And I hope I can update you tomorrow. I've been studying a lot for uni, so I haven't read as much. But today I didn't study a lot, so I decided to move forward on my reading because I'm kind of behind on Sherlockathon. I'm not kind of, I'm quite behind. So I'll see you back tomorrow. I'll update you tomorrow. Bye. Hi. It's 1 a.m. on Saturday morning / Friday night. And I just wanted to update you because I managed somehow to finish 2 more books. For Believathon, actually, the first 2 that I finished, Murder, Mouse and Ladylike by Robin Stevens, and I also finished Brightstorm by Vashti Hardy. I have many things to say about the first one that if I start now, I won't stop. So I'd rather do it when I wrap up the vlog. But I have many things to say about it. Otherwise, it would be enjoyable if it were not for those things. But there's also, how do I put it, a contradiction between the writing style, which seems to be for late children's, early middle grades, and topics. But then again, I'll talk to you about it on the wrap up. I'm just so glad I finished both of them, and I'll see if university and work allow me to finish more this weekend. I really hope so, because I have so much uni work for the weekend. So I have assignments to hand out by Monday and other things to set. Participating in Sherlockathon as a bookfluencer, and we're planning some events this week, like a live the following weekend on Saturday, so stay tuned. I hope I've uploaded these vlog by then. And we have a trial in which we will do a couple of reading sprints during the week. We still don't know when because they're actually waiting for me to confirm. And I'm also 400 pages into the shadow of the wind, and like 100 and something, I believe, pages into Tropic of Cancer. I'll confirm that tomorrow. And I'm planning to start Amelia Fang tomorrow too. I'm so excited for that one. So I really hope you're having a good time and you're enjoying your reads. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi everyone. It is already Tuesday. It's a bit past midnight on Tuesday/Wednesday. I know it's too late, so that's why I decided to upload my vlog next Monday, because it was also going to be quite short. But just an update, university has been driving me crazy, so it's been hard to read. I'm participating in Galleyathon, so I'm in the middle of Kingdom of the Silver Cat, also reading that one for Believathon. I'm quite liking it. I don't think it's going to be a 5-star read, but probably a 4. And then The Death of Vivek Oji by Akweke Emezi. And it's kept me hanging. I need to know what happens continuously. I quite like it. I think this one is between a 4.5 and a 5, but let's see later on. So this week I read The Hound of the Baskervilles by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Is one of the Sherlock Holmes stories, and I love it. That's my favorite mystery, so it's a 5 stars. It's one murder mystery in which Sherlock sends Watson, so it's basically Watson's investigation, but of course Sherlock has to get in the way because Watson doesn't see as much as he does. So Watson travels to solve the mystery, and I don't want to tell you anything else because I don't want to spoil it, but it's a 5-star read for me, always. Then I read Amelia Fang and the Barbaric Bull. That was the first one in the Amelia Fang series, and trust me, you have to read that one. That was so quick. I think I read it in 1.5 hours. It was amazing. It's funny, it's quick, fast-paced, characters are perfect. There are surprises along the way that you didn't see coming, or at least I didn't see them coming, so I loved it. I really loved it. I highly recommend this one. It's by Laura Ellen Anderson. I also read Murder, Most and Ladylike. Trust me, everyone. It's like, okay, I had so many issues with that one. The mystery story was great. The characters were well-rounded. The plot was quite well written. You could imagine everything, every place, everything that was happening. But I found colorism, Eurocentrism, racism, fat shame. I mean, trust me, there were too many things. And there's apologizing for not considering the girl who's Asian. The narrator is Asian, and then there's this main character, this stunning girl, blonde and blue eyes, and the Asian one is obsessed with all English, with everything English. So she is a bit too much. She undermines herself, and considers that everything very English. She's perfect, but the rest is not. So she's not as good because she's not as thin, because she has dark hair and dark eyes. But what the heck? I just couldn't. It was too much, and there's not change of opinion regarding that issue. There's no reflection in that, so I found it quite disgusting. It's like it's not appropriate for children. It's teaching children that that's okay, that thinking that's okay, that thinking that about yourself and about others is fine. We're all the same. That should be said somehow more openly, more explicitly towards the end, and it's not. I gave it 2 stars just because of that. I mean, the whole story is great, but again, I also listened to Bright Storm by Vashti Hardy, and trust me, that's a great adventure story. It's about Arthur and Maudie Brightstorm, who are siblings and children of famous explorer who died on an expedition to South Polaris. However, he's accused of sabotaging an expedition, so they start a trip in order to clear his memory. So I highly recommend reading this one. It's adventurous, again fast-paced, keeps you there needing to know what happens next, what's going to happen to the siblings. Is quite nice. You can imagine every single place they visit. They travel in a flying ship, which is quite nice, quite creative, colorful. I mean, I just have only good things to say about it. And well, I don't know how many books I'm going to be able to read this week because I'm starting finals, so that's a bit tricky. That's why I decided to make a whole vlog for 2 weeks instead of a weekly one, but I'm aiming to finish a few books. So I don't know if I'll be able to update you as soon as I can. I'm very sorry I didn't update you before, but I mean, mental health was also affected by university extra stress, so I hope I can update you tomorrow. Bye. Hi there. Well, I'm very sorry I didn't update you for most of the week. Last week, and it's already Tuesday, the 17th of November. But I'm in finals, so yeah, it's been quite hard. I should have planned my videos, but I'm still learning how to do this. But I wanted to give you a final update. And then I finished Murder, Murder, Ladylike that I read for Believathon. And that was, I wasn't sure if giving it 2 or 3 stars. Honestly, I found too many issues, as I think I said before on the vlog. There was Eurocentrism, colorism. There are 2 main characters, Daisy and Hazel. And Daisy is this very English kind of girl that is actually portrayed as quite cruel and anti everything that is not like hers. And Hazel, who is, I believe, worse, because Hazel is Asian, and there's also fat shaming. She's round, she's Asian, she believes nothing is as good if it's not if it doesn't fit the English stereotype. Blonde, blue eyes, that would make you nice, that would make you intelligent, important. And so she allows Daisy to mistreat her constantly. And she actually mistreats herself, which is, I think, even worse. There's at some points I'm apologizing from Daisy to Hazel for behaving that way and not acknowledging her intelligence. But again, there's no apologizing for Eurocentrism, for colorism, for fat shaming, all the other issues. Aside from that, the writing style was like for 7-year-olds, but there was content leading towards a sexual, let's say sexual ideas. And for example, there was a joke with the word frigid that you're like, this is not for 7-year-olds. I had this conversation with Sabrina and Flick on the Sherlockathon discussion sprints live, and she said, like, I mean, that's okay, but there should be content warnings that are nowhere to be found. So that was another issue. So I think I ended up giving it 2 stars because I had problems. The story otherwise is quite nice, fast-paced, interesting, funny, but those things for children who wouldn't know how to discern what's right or wrong at a certain age. I didn't find it appropriate at all. Then I did finish Monday's Not Coming for mother and daughter relationship for Gilmore Girls Readathon. And this was a 5-star for me. Like, I absolutely loved this book. It's a young adult, but I do believe it's quite appropriate for adults too. It's about a girl who disappears and her best friend is the only one who seems to be looking for her. I cannot tell you anything because I had to spoil it, but oh my god, that ending. There was surprises. I was actually shocked a couple of times. There are issues like child abuse and neglect. It was hard, honestly, quite hard to read. But again, it's totally worth it. I mean, if you don't mind the trigger warnings, it's amazing. Oh, also, not only child abuse, but death of a young person. So I thought I had to say that. So just to let you know. Oh, mental health. So there's a many trigger warnings here. And the twist is amazing. Then I read The Hound of the Baskervilles for Sherlockathon. And as I said, I love it. It's my favorite Sherlock Holmes story. And I'm very, very happy to have reread it and have had the discussion for Sherlockathon. Because let's say I had never analyzed it at such a deeper level. So it's amazing when you like a book to discuss it with other people who know it deeply. Then I read Brightstorm. I listened to Brightstorm for the Scream Clue for Believathon, and I absolutely loved it. This is by Vashti Hardy. Sorry, forgot to say Monday's Not Coming is by Tiffany D. Jackson. Murder Myths and Ladylike is by Robin Stevens. The Hound of the Baskervilles is, of course, by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So Brightstorm is an adventure story about a brother and a sister whose father dies. He was also an explorer, and they, let's say, start a trip to clear his name because he's accused of sabotaging a trip and its findings. So they go ahead their way to find out the person who accused their father, who was behind making this plot, so his father was rejected from the Explorer Society. And it's quite fast-paced, colorful, funny. I highly recommend Brightstorm. I cannot wait to read the second one, but I have to. Then Amelia Fang and the Barbaric Ball by Laura Ellen Anderson. Brightstorm, was a 4-star for me. Amelia Fang and the Barbaric Ball was 5 stars. I absolutely loved this one. It's spooky, perfect middle grade, funny. It was actually hilarious. Characters were so much fun. Well-rounded. The world building is amazing. It's a story of a vampire child who is the daughter of a vampire duke. And she lives in the dark world. So they fear creatures of the light. They believe anything colorful or shiny, sparkly is evil and could harm them. But, is this beautiful teaching that no matter how different you are from another being, you can always be friends. No matter how different you are, none if is better or worse than the other one. So I highly recommend it. Then I read The Death of Vivek Oji by Akwaeke Emezi for Galleyathon, the only one I fully read for Galleyathon. I wanted to read like 6. But university and life happened, so it's fine. And for Gilmore Girls Readathon, it's a book set in a small town. It is the story of Vivek Oji, who's born a boy, but she's a trans woman. And she's discriminated. Luckily, she's loved by her friends who take care of her. At the end of the day, she ends up dead and nobody knows what happened to her. There's this search of her mother to find out what really happened, who actually didn't know she was a trans woman because she knew that her parents wouldn't understand, her family wouldn't understand. So I cannot tell you anything else, not to spoil it, but what I can tell you is this. I was left with such a huge grief that I still feel empty days afterwards. I think I finished it about 5 days ago. And I cried for more than an hour straight. So, trigger warnings, discrimination of trans people, of a loved one. And I think that's mainly it. It's quite a hard book, especially at the end, towards the end. But I absolutely loved it. It was a 5-star for me, too. Then, I finished rereading finally The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, a Spanish writer who died this year, actually. This is one of my all-time favorites. I mean, I don't reread much, but this book is... I could read it 10 times and I would discover new details 10 times or remember. I don't know, there's something about it that you forget the details because there are far way too many. There's also, I realized there are too many characters introduced in the first half or first third of the book, but you don't even realize. Too many events and characters introduced, but you just keep on reading and you just keep on remembering everything, storing all that information. So it was amazing. I was so happy. And of course, it's again a 5-star. I cannot wait. I'm reading, I was buddy reading it with my friend Guada from Argentina. Link her Twitter down below. I actually started buddy reading with her. That was my first buddy read. We read the 3 first books together. We decided to read the last one. We wanted to reread the whole series. She probably finished it 2 months ago, but things happened and I just finished it. So I hope she's not mad at me and we can continue rereading the series. Now I'm currently reading What Like Me by Tim Wise. This is a non-fiction book about racism and what it means throughout his life history and whatever happened in politics around it. He's actually quite a strong activist. And he's of Jewish origins, so I highly recommend it. I mean, I'm liking it so far quite a lot, and I'm already like 70% into it. So it's so far. I think it will be a 4-star from me. I'm also reading Kingdom of the Silver Cat by Thomas and Carol. I started reading it for Galleyathon. I'll continue reading it. Also reading it for Believathon. I also started Arushan, The End of Time by Roshani Chokshi, that also for Believathon. And I've only read 5 chapters so far and I'm absolutely loving it. Oh, and that's it. As it wasn't I think I've read far way more books than I thought I had. So that's it for me for this vlog. I promise not to spend so long without updating you, and I'll start my new vlog right after I edit this one. I also received these bookmarkers. I don't know if you know it. He's the boy from It by Stephen King. This is The Bride's Corpse. Then I have Hannibal Lecter. Oh, it's so cute. Then Stephen King himself with the I Love Books t-shirt. Love it. Edgar Allan Poe. And finally, Wednesday Addams. So yeah, they're so lovely. Oh, I also wanted to show you, actually remembered to do this to close out the blog. Because I wanted to show you these beautiful book sleeves. They are from waterproof clothes, and I got them by a store here in Bogota called Estado Lector Store. It would be basically a reading status store. And it has my branding. I'm so excited. This Edgar Allan Poe one says, I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity. And then, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. I'm so happy. I mean, he's Sherlock. Nobody else can be Sherlock. He's Sherlock. That's it. So it's amazing. It's so beautiful. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. I also got this mug. It's a magic mug from the Marauders map. But don't worry, she who has not been named is not getting any profit from this. So yeah, I hope you like these. Please let me know what you're reading and which books you've read lately in the comments. And I hope you have a beautiful one. Please take care and have fun, even if you're at home. Bye.